Hello, I am Leslie and welcome back to my channel. Here I discuss budgeting, decluttering, and just keeping my life together as a busy working mom. So if any of that appeals to you, definitely subscribe for more videos. With that being said, let's jump into my January budget, which was a complete dumpster fire. Everything just went off the rails in January. So all of my budgeting, everything I had planned for January, just out the window. But I do have plans to get everything back on track. I will let you know exactly what happened, why my budget failed so bad, and what I'm gonna do in February to get things on the right foot. So a few things to note before I get into all of my budget stuff is that my husband and I do have separate finances. So there are some things that I don't include in my budget, such as rent and utilities, because those are his bills to pay. I do things like preschool, groceries, that kind of stuff. So we have a pretty even split because our income is pretty even, but that's why that stuff isn't showing up on my budget, just in case you're wondering. So as far as what happened in January, the big thing, I did make another video on this, which I will link in the description. I was involved in a car accident. And long story short, insurance is not covering my car, which really sucks. I'm super frustrated, but we had savings to cover the cost of the repairs, which ended up being $10,000. So I had an unexpected expense of $10,000 in January, which is why everything completely went off the rails. The only good thing I can say is that for the most part, at least since that happened, I've spent pretty much nothing outside of necessities. So I actually did a really good job of keeping on track as far as what I was spending outside of necessities and the emergency. And by the way, I am working on doing some kind of screen share for these budget with me videos because this is a series I'm going to continue. I really like going over my budget each month and analyzing everything. So I'm kind of working on getting something that's more visually interesting. But for now, I'll just use images and things to show you what I'm looking at. So I will link the budget tracker I use. It's one I just found on Etsy and I really like it. I would love to make my own. I know I keep saying that, but I just like this one so much that I think I'm gonna stick with it. So for January, as far as the car expenses, my husband and I are splitting the cost. So I basically went over spending this month by $5,000 and some change. So where did I come up with that $5,000 and some change? And same for my husband. What we did was we pulled from savings and investments. So a lot of mine was actually able to come from savings, but I did have to pull, I think $2,000 from investments. Yeah, so I pulled $2,100 from investments. One good thing is that I actually got my bonus from work this month. So I did have $1,800 after the taxes and retirement was taken out. So that's $1,800 that I wasn't expecting. I did have $300 that for my cat. The January was so rough. So the very first day of the new year, I had to take my cat to the emergency vet. So she's totally fine, but it was $300. So the very first day I had a $300 unexpected expense. So I took that out of my bonus. So I still had $1,500 to work with. So luckily I had $1,500 plus my savings and then the $2,100 from investments. So all that together took care of my half of the car. I hear some construction vehicles outside. Maybe, hopefully that will stop soon. I don't know how loud. Okay, that one sounded pretty loud. So I guess a good place to start is just subscriptions because those tend to stick every month. I did get rid of some. The one thing that really sucks is I had an annual subscription to A Closet. It's an app it's like an outfit planner app. And last year it was actually really useful to help me with my work capsule wardrobe. It helped me come up with different outfit ideas. So I think I only paid $15 for the year last year and I was using it a lot, but I haven't used it in months because now that I know what kind of outfits I can make, I really don't need an outfit planner anymore. So I haven't used it. I even took it off of my phone, just deleted the app, and I totally forgot about the subscription. Usually I cancel them pretty quickly so they don't renew, and I just totally forgot. And that was $30. So $30 for the year. and I'm trying to get a refund, but I don't think it's gonna happen, unfortunately. I did go ahead and cancel, so it won't renew, but that really sucks because it's something I literally don't use at all, and it's $30. So my subscriptions came out to $84.74 with that annual subscription in there. And it sucks because if I didn't have that one renew, it only would have been $54, which is awesome. And I actually have a contract subscription that's going to be up soon with Adobe. So that's like $17 a month that I will get back also. So next month, I'm really curious to see, my subscriptions should be really good. I have Audible on pause right now, so that one will come back probably in a few months, but I do have 3 Audible credits that I haven't even used yet, so I definitely don't need Audible at the moment. Okay, so let's just jump on into expenses. Actually, I will start with savings and investments and that kind of thing. I do save for retirement. That's automatically taken from my paychecks. So I get paid twice a month. It's not every other week, it's twice a month. So it's on like the 15th and the 30th or 31st. So I was actually able to put $1,000 back into my savings. I might have to pull from that next month because right now I have my rental car that insurance also isn't paying for, even though I paid extra for rental coverage, which I'm not making that mistake again. But so I do have my rental car, and it put a hold on my card, but I haven't fully been charged. So I will need to pay for that. That might be able to come out of my paycheck, but it just depends on when the dates line up, because I just want to make sure I'm not charged interest on my credit card. So I may have a little bit taken out of savings. Maybe not. We'll see. So right now my savings balance is actually $1,200 because I did leave $200 in there because I have overdraft protection on my checking account, so it'll pull from my savings. But I didn't want something to happen where I accidentally dropped my account below zero, my savings account, because then I think I would get a fee or whatever. So I wanted to leave a little bit. So I do officially have $1,200 in my savings, so that is awesome. So my retirement's automatically taken out. I did have it taken out of the bonus also. So this month I actually took out $846 towards retirement. So that's awesome. I did drop my retirement percentage a little bit. I was putting in, I think it was 14%. It's like 7% before taxes, 7% after taxes, then a 5% company match. So that was a 19% total. And now I dropped it a few percent to where it's a 15% total with the match. So that's totally reasonable, I think. 15% is pretty solid. So luckily that way I'll be able to build up my savings a little bit more. Once I get my savings to 10,000, I'm going to go ahead and up my retirement savings again. So as far as debt payments, I do have student loans. Right now they're in forbearance. They're not even accruing interest right now. I don't have any payments owed. So I'm just not worrying about student loans at all right now until I get my 10,000 savings back. I think all the forbearance stuff ends in September, I believe, and I should have my 10,000 by then, I hope, assuming everything goes to plan, which, why would it? It hasn't so far. No, I'm kidding. So I'm pretty optimistic. So assuming everything goes to plan, I will have my 10,000 in savings. Then I can work on student loans and then whatever investments I want to do. So I will start with my actual expenses for the month with groceries. And I actually did amazing with groceries. I budgeted $700 with groceries. I only spent $469 on groceries. I am ecstatic. My husband buys a little bit on the groceries, but it's usually not more than like $30 a week. So even with what he bought, it might be $600 total for my family of 3, which is so awesome. I don't include paper goods or like cat litter, cat food, any of that stuff. I do that separate. So this is food only, but $600, that's pretty good. I'm happy with that. So paper goods is $61, and I actually did go over my budget by $26, but it's because there was a deal on toilet paper because I buy it in bulk on Amazon, and normally I spend, it's like $28 for the pack that I get, but they had this deal where if you spent over $50, you got a $15 gift card for Amazon. So it's toilet paper, we're gonna use it. So I went ahead and just doubled up and bought twice as much. And then I got that gift card. So that's the only reason, and that extra money was like $28. I went over budget by 26, so that's exactly where that extra came from. So if I hadn't bought that extra, I would have been within budget. Not a big deal though. Gas, I did buy gas. That was $41 within budget. Preschool is within budget. Preschool is a fixed expense for us. It's $260 a week, so it's really easy to budget for that. That was fine. Personal care and toiletries, I did go over. I went over by $50, but I did have to buy some period products. I had to buy some more hairspray, had to buy mascara. Like, there were some things I didn't expect. I thought I could go a little longer. Oh, and blush. So that stuff I don't buy all the time. It just happened to fall in this month that I didn't think it was gonna fall on. So that sucks I went over, but whatever, it's stuff I buy anyway. Over-the-counter meds and vitamins, that was within budget. I budgeted $30, spent $28. Things for what my daughter wants, so gifts and stuff like that. We just had Christmas, so she didn't need anything. She has plenty of toys and stuff right now, so I didn't spend any money on that. As far as her needs, I did actually spend $63. So I budgeted $0 because I didn't think she was gonna need anything. Because most of the time that's like clothes or hair products. She has really curly hair and I have to buy her a lot of like specialty hair products. So I did end up having to buy her clothes and hair products that I didn't anticipate. So I did go over on that, but it's stuff that she actually needs, so I had to do it. But one thing that's kind of cool is that I ended up getting a $100 Amazon gift card from work that I didn't expect, just for doing some extra stuff. So I used that gift card to buy her needs. So that actually came out of the gift card, which works out pretty well. So medical expenses, I did go over by $30, but it's because I bought my husband some meds that he needed at the pharmacy. So for me and my daughter, we didn't need anything. I just went ahead and bought him that, and I didn't want him to pay me back $30. That's so stupid. So we don't split everything 50-50 and keep track like that. Sometimes we'll buy things for each other, not a big deal. So I just put that in medical expenses. Clothes and hobbies, I spent $0, which is awesome. Did not go over budget. So perfect. I'm so proud of myself for that because those are two things that I tended to struggle with last year. Pets. So I already talked about pets. Because the emergency visit happened on the 1st, it actually happened right around when I was making my January budget. So I did put into the budget her ER expense. So technically I would have gone over if it didn't happen on the 1st, but because of that I put it in here. She didn't go over budget. I bought her food, I did her ER visit, so I was still within budget. She did need litter, but my husband ended up buying it when he went to the grocery store, so I didn't even have to put litter on here. Entertainment was $0. I mean, we don't spend a whole lot on entertainment anyway, so that's to be expected. Home goods and decor, I went over by $18. I'm not gonna lie, I don't even remember what I bought. I'm sure it was just something on Amazon. I could probably look, but 18, I mean, that's not that much. I'll let it go. Because I actually budgeted $20 for childcare, which we didn't need. So I was under budget by $20 on childcare. That evens out. Business expenses, I didn't have anything. Salon, I didn't do anything at the salon. Dining out, I actually went over by $2. For dining out, we don't really do it that much. Usually we do laundry once a week, and usually when we do laundry, we'll walk to 7-Eleven and get some snacks, and I actually just started putting that under dining out, so I'm pretty sure that's just going to 7-Eleven once a week. So I should probably budget a little bit more because we do spend like maybe $3 or so each time. It's not much at all. Usually my daughter will get like a bag of chips and I might get a coffee, if even that. So yeah, I think I just need to budget better. So car maintenance, the next one, I went over by $6,000 for car maintenance. So that's a lot. Like I said, the repairs were $10,000 split between me and my husband. So that's $5,000 right there. The extra $1,000 had to do with the storage and towing fees, because that was another, like, I don't remember how much, $1,200? It was quite a bit. So that extra went to storage and towing fees. Electronics, I went over by $22. I don't remember everything I bought. I know one of those was, oh, I think I know. One of them was a surge protector for the TV because our old one made this weird clicking sound and it was really obnoxious. I hated it. It even happened in one of my videos. So I was like, I'm just gonna get rid of this and get a new one. So it was that. And then I got like an adapter cord for my phone. It was an adapter to be able to plug a USB into your phone because I actually have a microphone that uses a USB and I'm wondering if I can plug in my microphone to my phone. So we'll see if that works. It might, may not. I don't think my sound is too bad, hopefully. Hopefully it's doable for now, but I would like to try that microphone and see if it sounds better. So insurance and registration, I didn't have anything. I do have my health insurance, but I put that under medical expenses. So this is more like car insurance and renter's insurance, car insurance and renter insurance, stuff like that. The gym and the house cleaner, it's kind of weird to put those in the same category, but it's two fixed expenses, so I just threw them together just to have them on here. Obviously I didn't go over budget because they're fixed expenses. Work, I didn't spend any money on work, which is awesome because I actually spent quite a bit last year, which is weird. I don't like that. But I had to buy some stuff for my home office and some stuff for the work office. So I'm all set now. I shouldn't really need anything else unless something breaks. Miscellaneous, I spent $7. I was actually under budget because I budget $20 for miscellaneous, so that's fine. Laundry, I budgeted $40 and only spent $20, so that's cool. So that was my mess of a January. So I am hoping for February I can actually get everything back on track. So now let's take a look at February expenses and see if there's anything we need to adjust, especially because I know some things are going to come up based on what happened in January. Like I mentioned, my rental car, I know that's going to be an expense. I think I'll just throw that under car maintenance. But let's just start from the top like we did before. Groceries, $700. I was so far under last month that I think I'm actually going to just make that, I don't want to make it too low. I'm going to go $550 and see how that is. Paper goods, you know what? I actually don't think I'm going to need to buy any paper goods. I think I'm going to leave it at $5. You know what? I'm going to put it at 0 because I really don't think I need anything. Gas, we'll leave it at $45. That fills up my tank. The only thing that sucks is that I'm going to have to fill up the rental car tank to drop it off. And then I don't know what my car is on. So watch me have to have a double gas expense. But I'm just going to leave it at 45 because that's a full tank. Preschool, I do $1,300. Preschool is fixed, so I don't worry about that. Personal care and toiletries, I'm just gonna leave it at 30 because I did go over budget before, so I shouldn't need too much this month. You know what? I'm gonna put it at 20 because I don't know that I even need anything. Over-the-counter meds and vitamins, I had that at 30. You know what? I'm just gonna leave that at 30. Why not? Daughter's wants and needs. The only thing that kind of gets me here is, so once, I don't think she's going to need, or I don't think she's going to have any of her wants because she's still good from Christmas. As far as the needs though, she might need new preschool shirts. She has uniform shirts and they're actually getting kind of small. I was hoping it would last through the school year. I don't know if it's going to. So at some point I might have like 120, or is it around $100 expense for new uniform shirts. I'm just gonna leave that at 0 and then accept the fact that I'm gonna go over budget by like $100 one month. So that's not a big deal, $100. I can deal with that. Medical expenses, right now I only have my health insurance under medical expenses. I have really good insurance. It covers a lot of stuff. It's pretty cheap. It's only $130 a month to cover the whole family. But the downside is that it can be hard to find people who take it. It's kind of an obscure one. Gifts is going to be 0. Nothing's coming up. Clothes and hobbies, I'm keeping at 0 also. Pets, she's good on food. She's good on litter and hopefully no emergency visits. So that should actually be 0. Entertainment and home goods. Home goods, I'm actually thinking about getting some bowls to take my food to work because the ones I have now don't have lids and I have to use plastic wrap and I don't like it. So I think I'm gonna buy some bowls. I saw some I like, but they're kind of expensive. You know, I'm gonna put that at $40 for home goods and decor. Childcare, I don't anticipate us needing anything. I'm just gonna leave that at 0. Business expenses, that would be stuff for my Etsy shop, and I think I'm pretty good. I have plenty of macrame cord. I'm gonna do 0 because I don't think I need anything. Salon will still be 0, although my hair, I cut it like a month ago, but I don't think I got all the split ends. I might actually need to go to the salon. I think I am going to cut it one more time myself to see if I can clean it up a little better. But if not, I will have to go to the salon. I might wait until next month though. So I'm just going to leave that at 0. Dining out was at 10. I'm going to make that 15 just for those 7-Eleven visits that I mentioned. Okay, car maintenance. This is the big one, the big boy. So I know I'm going to have that rental car cost. I'm going to put $700 because I will have had the rental car for a month pretty soon. So I'm just going to put $700 and that should be good. The only thing with that, so my husband actually bought a car because we were a 1-car household, but after this, we really just needed a second car because he can't drive the rental car right now. I didn't put him on the contract, but he ended up getting an old, it's like 2008, just a 2008 Honda. So he bought that for like $6,000. And I told him for my tax return, I'm probably going to give him $1,000 just to go towards the car because it helps both of us out. And also, I put our daughter on my taxes. So it's almost like giving him a little bit of what I get for her because I do get a bigger tax return because of her. So I will have an extra $1,000 expense, most likely. I told him I want to see what my return looks like, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to have that expense. I just don't know if that's I don't know when I'm going to get my tax return because I feel like that might be March. You know, I'm going to leave that and then say maybe put that in March just so I can spread out the car maintenance expenses. Oh my gosh, that's been a big hit. So, let's see. Vacation, we are not doing any vacations right now. Electronics, I don't think we need anything electronic related. Insurance and registrations, I will have my, I am changing my car insurance obviously after this mess and them denying my claim. So I will have a car insurance payment coming up. I don't know when. So that will be a thing. Gosh, some of these I just don't know if I need to put it in February or March. I guess that's not a huge deal because I know it's an expense. I just don't know what month to put it in. I'm gonna wait because I'd really like to wait for my tax return money. I'm just gonna deal with all of that in March. Gym and house cleaner, I forgot the exact, I'm gonna leave that at $250. No, wait, because it's $210 plus like 45. I'm gonna put $260. It's hard to know the exact amount because I paid for some of January and I paid for the end of December and January all together. So I don't know my exact expense on that with the taxes and everything included, but I will after this month. So I'm just gonna leave it at $260. Work, I'm gonna say I need $0 for work, I hope. Miscellaneous, I'll leave it 20. Laundry's a little more difficult. Maybe, you know what, I'll just leave it at 40. And that is it as far as, oh, what did I just do? I guess then the next thing to look at real quick would be my estimate for savings and retirement. For savings, this is another one that will change with my tax return, but like I said, I think I'll save that for next month. I'm gonna put $1,500 for savings. I think that's a fair amount. And then retirement, I put $500. It actually might be more like 600. You know what? I'm gonna put 600 for retirement. And then let's see, my projected income. Oh, I gotta update this because I did get a raise this year, so I still had my income set to what it was last year. my projected income between work, Etsy, which honestly I don't make a whole lot with Etsy anymore. It's showing 4,500, which actually sounds a little low. I don't know, maybe that is fair with taxes. You know what? I'll just leave it at that estimate for now and see what it is, because January was such a mess that it's so hard to judge from what happened in January. I need like a normal month to kind of see where everything is. So I'll leave everything as it is and just go from there for March. We're definitely playing it by ear this year to see how things are going, but at least I have somewhat of a plan to get back on track. I think everything will really get better in March because that should be when my tax return hits, and I usually get like a pretty decent amount, especially because our daughter is on there. So I'm going to be doing my taxes soon. I'm only waiting on my form for my investments, and so is my husband. We're both waiting. I guess that one just always takes some time because we have 2 different investment accounts, and I had Robinhood a while back, and I know you had to wait with Robinhood. Now I do it through my bank, through Ally. By the way, if you need a high yield savings account, I'm putting my Ally link in the description. You will get, I think, $100 if you use my link. And then I'll get a little bit, I think I get like 50 or something, but just throwing that out there in case you're interested, because it is really nice having my savings, checking, and investments all in one bank. So that's pretty cool. I'm waiting on that one form from Ally to be able to finish my taxes and then get my money back from the government. And like I said, I will link in the description my video about my big spending hit because of the accident. It was rough, but I will say having that savings, not having to take on debt, choosing to repair my car instead of taking on a car payment, all of these things have made my life so much easier over the past month. I don't know what I would have done without that emergency fund. It would have been bad. Like I would definitely have been forced to get a different car instead of getting mine repaired. And I love my car. I get really attached to my cars. So I really didn't want to have to give it up. So it's nice that I'm able to keep my car, which otherwise runs great aside from having the airbags deployed. So that's where a lot of the expense came from. So yeah, that video, if you're going through any kind of financial trouble right now, if you're looking for motivation to save money, I think that video would be really useful to you. I really enjoy going over this budgeting stuff each month. It's definitely keeping me on track. I hope it's maybe giving you some ideas or motivating you to keep your own budget, or at least track your expenses, because that is so important to know exactly where your money is going. But let me know how your January is going. Hopefully your 2025 is going better than mine. Although the people around me it seems like January's kind of been a struggle for people. So I wish you the best. I hope you're doing better than me, even though I am on the way up, I hope. Drop me a comment and let me know what's going on with you. Do all the YouTube things. Again, please subscribe if you're interested in any of the stuff I talk about. I'm such a small channel right now that it's really easy for me to reply to comments, and it's been really nice getting to know you guys and reading your really sweet comments. I'm so happy with the handful of subscribers I do have right now. You guys are great. So thank you for being here, and I will see you in the next video. Bye.